You are listening to the Honor and Conquer podcast with me, Dion Sekone-Fraser. Oh yeah! I'm back again with another podcast. Mr. Alex Anoushian is with me. Thanks for joining me, bro.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. So a little bit of a backstory with Alex. Megan and I obviously moved to Austin, Texas, and we needed to find a Muay Thai place. And luckily for us, we found. Are you nervous? You took a big breath.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Okay. We needed to find a Muay Thai place, and luckily enough for us, Bang Muay Thai was, it's connected to Honor HQ where Megan obviously works, and we met Alex for the first time. Alex, would you say you come from a traditional Muay Thai background?
Yeah, definitely. I started out training very traditional Muay Thai.
Yeah, and where did you even start?
I started years ago with training with one of my friends. We were doing. I actually did traditional martial arts growing up. I was doing Hapkido since I was a kid. And then eventually down the line, I had my own school. I was around like 17, 18. And
you had your own school at 17 and 18?
Yeah, it's a weird story, man. So this association I was with, we had a bunch of different schools. One of the school owners had passed, so his wife didn't want to continue the school, and it just ended up becoming where me and a partner could get together and run this school. You know what I mean? We were already like black belts at the time. And they wanted us to have our own school, blah blah blah. So it just kind of worked out. You know what I mean? So anyways, one of my students there was telling me about Muay Thai and this and that, and I always knew about it from movies and stuff, like Kickboxer, and Bloodsport, all that. And but I never knew that you could train Muay Thai. I thought like you would have to go to Thailand to do it.
Oh, no way. Okay.
But anyway, so he started telling me about Muay Thai, and then I started looking up some places, and one of the first gyms I went to was with a trainer named William Sriapai.
Okay.
And I started out training with him for a few months. It ended up being not like a drivable distance from where I was going. It was completely like on the opposite side of where I go to work and everything. And then I ended up finding another gym called Sit Yatong.
Okay.
And that's with crew Walter Miklowski, and I started training with him.
Okay. No way.
Yeah.
So you've been involved with Muay Thai for, how old are you now?
I'll be 33 next month.
Oh, no way. I'm turning 30 this year, bro.
Yeah.
So you've been involved with Muay Thai for the longest time. And you went to Thailand. I know your story. So before I had you on the show, I tried to do as much research and just reading up about any of my guests as best as I can. And reading a small bio, I can't remember what website it was, but you traveled back and forth to Thailand. You came back, went back to Thailand. Is it right?
After the first time going there, I just fell in love with it, and I thought, I want to come here and train and live the martial artist lifestyle. Travel, train, and fight. And make a little bit
money.
of cash. Make a little bit of cash.
I'm with you.
And that was my dream.
Yeah.
So I worked. I would try to go back to Thailand every year to train, but it was only short trips here and there. I wouldn't be able to stay for a long time.
And and you fought over in Thailand, obviously.
Yeah, after before I had moved there, we did a trip with crew Walter actually in 2008, 2009, and had my first fight out there in one of the smaller stadiums, and I did great, and I won. And I felt like. Then it really clicked. Okay, now I got to do this. This is it. Like I got high from it, So I had when we went back home, my goal from then on was, okay, what do I got to do? I got to save money. I got to do this, that. It was just like one track mind. Save your money, and you're gonna go to Thailand.
Go back to Thailand.
That was that time was a really transitional part of my life because I was married before, and like it was kind of like getting very depressing and everything with my ex at the time, and then I was like almost giving up on Muay Thai.
Oh, really?
I couldn't train. I didn't have time. We had a business. We had this and that. It sounded all cool. Like I had a business, had a nice car, had a condo we had, and all this stuff.
Oh, man.
It sounds all nice on paper, but when you're not living the lifestyle you want to live, no matter what you have, you're not going to be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's when we had issues. and then we separated. And then I ended up changing my plan and going, trying to follow my dreams.
Going back to Thailand, doing Thai boxing.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me. I love talking to people who come from that traditional Muay Thai background, or have trained in Thailand. I mean, coming back to America or whatever, going back to wherever they're from. What do you think is the one of the big differences between Muay Thai in Thailand and, we'll say, just westernized Muay Thai here in America or just on this side of the world?
I think the main difference is the reason they're training and the reason they're fighting.
Gotcha.
Here we're mostly doing it because we love to do it, and we want to train, we want to fight, and there's some glory in fighting. And over there it's a little different. They don't necessarily start training because they want to. It's more of a necessity because they come from poor backgrounds and they need to make money for their family and help out their parents. So kids are starting really young.
Really young.
Yeah.
And they've already had like 100 and so fights when they're like 15 or something just crazy like that. I love seeing people who do travel over from Thailand to come into Glory. Because Glory, they've got such a different set of rules. It's just so westernized. Is it like K1 rules? I can't remember.
It's pretty similar.
Pretty similar.
Yeah.
And that the majority of the game that I love seeing is like it's in Thailand is that it's clinch. Like the most exciting things happen in the clinch.
Yeah.
But here in Glory, the clinch is a big no-no.
Yeah.
So
that's the part I really like too. I really enjoy the clinch.
Yeah, I really enjoy the clinch because at that point it becomes a game of leverage. I think, and even when I started doing Muay Thai in New Zealand, we didn't do a lot of clinch. We didn't do a lot of elbows. We didn't even do a lot of knees. There was only really something you did when you started going to amateur ranking, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
So here in America, when I heard smoker for the first time, I didn't know what a smoker was. But in New Zealand, they're just called novice fights, and they put on like big events for novice fights.
Yeah.
So like fireworks and entrance music, walking out. But here it's called a smoker. So
do they do those inside other people's gyms, or is it
like
they'll make big events?
Yeah, they'll make big events like I don't want to say stadium, but like town halls. Like they'll get like $20 to get into the door, like that kind of jazz. It's so when I came here to America for the first time and saw my first smoker in Washington somewhere, it was just outside of Seattle.
Yeah.
And it was just super cramped room. Weigh-ins were just the worst in the world. Like you do weigh-ins and then you go to the back, get changed, and then you're fighting.
Yeah.
But it's funny because John Wei Pa, he explains it that Muay Thai is just such a business. So when you were over there, did you kind of see that going on? Like no fancy pyro, no fancy...
No, there's nothing like that. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, now there is, now it's different. There's like events like Max Muay Thai and the MX Extreme fighting. There's a bunch of newer events that put on a show. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
But when I was still there, the first type of thing like that was starting was Thai Fight.
Okay.
And Thai Fight, I think they're still doing some shows, but Thai Fight was first starting out. That's when these stylized shows were first coming along in Thailand. But when I was there, mostly like in the big stadiums, you're not going to see that.
Yeah.
They just they don't even announce the winners unless it's like a championship fight.
Oh, no way.
Sorry, not like on a microphone or anything, but they'll announce the referee will just
this person won.
Point to the corner that won.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
But, like unless it's a big championship fight, then they'll get on and announce the points or whatever and call it. But they don't call out each fighter or nothing like that. They just come out to the ring.
Just do it.
They just line it up. Everybody kind of knows over there. The people that go watch are more educated in the sport.
Interesting.
As opposed to just kind of casual fans that just watch it and just yell, "Fuck him up!"
Yeah, you can swear, man. You can swear. That's what I love about that, because I get frustrated when I go watch fights at bars or something. Yeah. I'd rather watch fights at home, just because. Yeah, we went to a place called. Oh, shoot, what was it called? Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks.
Yeah. Watch the
it's like a sports bar here.
Yeah. I went. The wife and I went there, and were watching UFC, and I just hated it. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't hear anything, and I couldn't really watch it just like as a fan, just to watch it, because all these jabronis sitting around just like yelling out spinning back fist or
just
Superman
random-
punch. Just random stuff.
Just
You know
knock
what I
them
mean?
out. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Like, how
Like,
do you suppose I do that?
Yeah, or they're on the ground. Get up. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, take him down. Or well, you just told me to get up.
It's
so.
just easy like that.
Yeah. But for you, and I heard you talk about this in the On It Cafe just briefly before I came to class yesterday, is I wanted to get your thoughts on the Mayweather and McGregor situation.
Man,
Because my friends are very split down the middle. They're saying, oh, it's great, da 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 da, or it's bad because it's just all about money and publicity.
yeah.
So I love hearing everyone's kind of take on it. So
Yeah, I mean-
you mentioned your part briefly, but I wanted to hear more about that.
Yeah, like for me, man, they're both winners. No matter, or McGregor's the actual winner out of all of this. If he wins this fight, his ego gets inflated even more,
Yeah.
and he has all the bragging rights, and he's gonna, he's on this rampage, shit talking rampage.
Yeah.
If he loses, he's supposed to lose. Anyways,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
but if he fucking won $100 million,
Yeah, pretty
you know what I
much.
mean? So it doesn't matter
Yeah.
at that point. But for me, it's like it's just a show, man. It's entertainment. It's not an actual fight. Like that's why like the casual fans, they're all about it. They're screaming and yelling about it. But a lot of the other more knowledgeable fans are like, man, they don't really want to see this to watch as a fight. You're just watching like WWF or something like.
Yeah, and every time, because I've been watching the press conferences, and I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm not goofing off over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not like, I wonder who's gonna win. It's gonna come down to one man. I'm not.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
I'm cringing when I'm watching McGregor talking and saying all that stuff. It just why it doesn't make sense. Or you're just putting on a show.
Yeah.
And then at least like Hulk Hogan and all those wrestler guys, they had like the decency to change their names. And they had an act. It was a stage. Like it's an act.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
Do you think he? Because at that point you're in MMA, you have to really believe the words that come out of your mouth. Do you think he genuinely believes it, or do you think he says it just for the sake of saying it?
Man, here's what I think. I think McGregor and Floyd got together one day, and they're like, hey, I have this idea. And how about I fucking challenge you to fight, and we'll do a boxing match, and we're going to make a fuck ton of money. Floyd goes, you're onto something, white boy. Tell me more. That's what I think happened. You know what I mean?
I kind of wonder that, because the first press conference they had, they were just kind of talking back and forth, but at the same time, they're very money driven, so they know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like they know at the end of the day they're gonna get X $1 million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it's not even something like. I don't know, I'm probably gonna be doing something else on that night. I'm not gonna be crazy about watching. I'll probably watch it on YouTube later or something.
Yeah, I know it's in August, and that's about it. But yeah, I just want to get your thoughts on that, because I heard it really briefly, and I knew I'd forget the question later on.
Yeah.
Usually I have notes, but I was like, this one should be fine.
Yeah.
So going back to you and your career in Muay Thai, and I actually saw you, I YouTubed you, and I saw that you were on TV. You're on TV, and you were being interviewed from this lady. It was like
in Indonesia
MMA or something like that. So so what was that all about? Like,
so I'm famous in Indonesia, bro.
What you don't know is I'm famous in Indonesia. You're just finding that out right now.
Well, so this story goes back to, again, when I was living in Thailand. Me and my current wife, we were boyfriend and girlfriend at the time. We were both fighting. We were both kind of making our living fighting, and I gotta call this closer.
You're good.
Yeah, we were both making our living fighting, and we got this opportunity to go to Singapore and train at Evolve MMA.
Okay.
And it was fairly new at that time. It was just starting out, and they're putting together an MMA team, or a fight team.
Gotcha.
One of my coaches from Sityatong, from my years of training there, one of the greatest Muay Thai champions, Gangtauni Payakalun,
Whoa.
Samat's older brother.
Well, that's an insane name right there.
Yeah.
Well done.
If you got to look him up. He's the most, to me, like one of the best fighters. And I had I was lucky enough to have him as a coach. He was in Singapore as a trainer there, and I had gotten in contact with him, and he was telling me about, hey man, you guys got to come out here, try to get on this fight team. And he was having a good time out there, and he wanted to kind of bring me along. So we went over. We contacted the owner and stuff, and he brought us out. It was really nice. Did their training, trained with them and everything, and long story short, we ended up making their fight team. So we were over there for about a month, training, and we didn't end up staying in Singapore because of we couldn't get some long-term visas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, we met a couple there from Indonesia, and we became pretty good friends with them, and kept in touch a little bit here and there throughout the years. And one day they were coming to LA, and this was when we had just moved back to LA from Indonesia, actually. So they were coming back to LA, and I zoned out for a second.
Alex is zoned out. He forgot where he was in the story.
Well, some people walked by, and then I guess my attention went there.
Oh, that's okay, right? It's all good, man. Sometimes. It's bro. The thing is, I've been doing this podcast for like 3 years, and sometimes, bro, I'll think about what I'm gonna have for dinner that day during a fucking thing, and I'm like, I forgot where I'm at. So then I'll throw the question on to the other person. So you made your way over to Indonesia. How did you even get?
Okay, so this couple that we met in Indonesia, they were in LA one day, and we had dinner with them, and they were talking about. Oh, I was like, how's Singapore? And they're like, oh, we're moving. We're going back to Indonesia. I was like, oh, that's cool. They're like, yeah, we're going to open up our own gym. And I was like, cool. Like, let me know if, and they're like, yeah, we're looking for trainers if you know anybody. I was like, well, I would go,
Yeah, I'll go with you.
I'll go over there and teach.
Yeah.
And my wife is also teaching too. So they wanted to bring both of us on board.
Oh, sick.
And then they're like, yeah, it's kind of similar to living in Thailand and blah, 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 whatever, telling us about it. I'm like, okay, sounds interesting. And then we ended up being there for like about a year and a half. Yeah.
Do you even speak Thai by chance?
I do. I now I've probably forgotten some, a little bit here and there, but I'm pretty fluent in Thai.
No way.
Yeah.
So if you go into a store, you're like, yeah, I want eggs. Like you got it. You know what you're doing.
Yeah. Grocery shopping is super easy. Like you have to. I mean, if you're living in kind of spots I was at, like it was like one of the only foreigners, to one of those type of things. And the gym I was training at, Luke Prabat, I was like literally the only white guy in that town. Like there's probably like 3 of us.
No.
And the other 2 were like these old dudes,
Yeah. They've seen better days.
Yeah.
You were the young gun.
Yeah.
You were the young guy in the entire town.
Yeah, it was fun.
I was watching that video that was you with, I think it was Indonesia MMA or whatever it was.
Arena MMA. Yeah.
Arena MMA, sorry. And I was watching it. And did you understand what she was saying to you?
I don't speak Indonesian, no.
Yeah, I was wondering, because she was talking to you and you were kind of like looking off camera or something. Like that.
Was it the one where they're like doing like jokes and stuff, and was it a funny type of thing or?
No, you were teaching some girl how to like throw a punch and
okay.
kick.
Yeah, I remember that one. But there was another one too. They were they had this midget. It was an Indonesian comedy show, some kind of weird comedy show. They had this midget come, and this kind of like fat lady who's very aggressive, and she would just yell some shit at him, and he would be like doing all these things and trying to punch and kick and stuff, and it's like I had to teach him how to punch and kick and do these combos.
Wait, the midget? You had to teach a midget?
Well, there was like 3 guys. There was like the comedian guy, the like the angry lady, and then this midget. And the midget, you know the ab wheels, bro.
Yes.
You guys can Google and find these videos. I mean, YouTube these videos. The midget got on the ab. He grabbed the ab wheel, and then the comedian dude came and grabbed his legs and is like wheelbarrowing him around the gym. And I just lost it. I was like, dude, this is.
And you were on that show?
They were at the gym. They came to the gym to do that.
I knew it there. Just like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, like we were They came to film there.
What the fuck? I would have wondered what the heck they're going on.
Yeah.
Like what's going through their brain. So again, back to you. So going through your journey through Muay Thai, going back and forth from Thailand to America and vice versa, you are now found yourself here in Austin, Texas.
So it starts back around 2012. This is kind of like another changing point in my life. 2012, I injured my knee fighting. I wish I had a cool story for it, but it's kind of just a stupid ass. You know, like you get water in between rounds.
Yep.
Well, they have like the things that collect the water that they can dump out so it doesn't get on the ring.
Gotcha.
This stadium, they didn't even have it. They didn't either have it or they didn't use it. On the opponent's corner, it was all wet on the floor.
Oh.
So, anyways, I was throwing a kick. I threw my kick. As I was coming back to get my footing, my foot slipped. And that's it. I mean, nothing cool.
That was it?
That was it. It slipped, and then some kind of injury happened. I don't know exactly what it was. It was hurting for like a few weeks. I didn't really train. I didn't run. I didn't do any of that. I was going just down to the gym and hitting the bag a little bit. And then I started, throwing some kicks, not with the right leg. I could throw it with my injured leg because it hurt more to balance on it than to hit with it.
Gotcha.
So I was just kicking with it, and then the manager came over. He's like, "Hey, you're back in training. Do you want to fight this weekend?" And I was like, "No, like I'm not really feeling well, with the knee." And he's like, "Oh, just you're gonna get paid this much money, and it'll be enough to cover your rent."
Ooh.
At this place I wasn't at Luke Probat anymore. I was at another gym, and I had my own apartment with my wife, and we were just living there, and we were training across the street at the gym. So they would manage our fights, and like I just had my own bills. Like at that time, I was paying my rent and all that food and all that stuff on my own. So he's like, "Yeah, you'll just make enough to cover your rent this month," and I was like, "Well, if you put it that way,
hot out."
Because I'm not making a lot of money out there." So I was like, all right, fuck it, just do it. I'm like, "Well, what about my leg?" He's like, "Well, kick with the other leg." And it was dumb, I shouldn't have done it, but I did. And then, so I'm only a few weeks out of already hurting my knee, starting to feel okay. But then what happened is I kicked with this leg, and the guy grabbed my leg, and I had to jump up and down and catch my balance.
Injured egg,
and that happened. So then I had decided to take a break from fighting for a little bit, let it heal. And I can't be staying in Thailand without any money. So I talked to my girlfriend. I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to go back home for a little bit, try to make some money, rest this knee, and I'll come back. Yeah. It was kind of like a tough decision, but I was like, okay, yeah, that's going to be the best, So I go back home, and like a couple of days later, I get a phone call from her. I'm pregnant.
Oh,
I was like, oh
no way.
I just like froze. I was like, oh my goodness, like what am I gonna do now? This is it. No more fighting, no more like the switch kind of turned off on that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, you got a kid, now you got to take care of this thing. That was just the switch happened. And then so my immediate response was, all right, you got to go back and take care of it, take care of her. And
you can
not it.
No, I got you. Take care of her. Yeah. Take care of her in the situation that you're in right now.
So, and then it was a really tough time, man, because putting myself in my wife's shoes at that time, she's probably thinking, man, this dude is gonna leave me.
Yeah.
Like he's all the way in another country now, and I'm not gonna be able to get over there. And she was like really freaking out. And I was kind of freaking out, like, man, what's gonna happen? Like, am I ready for this? Whatever. And
how old are you at this point?
At that point, 5 years ago.
So, okay.
Yeah, like
so
20,
yeah. Okay.
So I'm like, well, yeah, I'm not gonna. I just made the decision. This is it. This is what we're gonna do. So I talked to my wife, and we decided that the best thing would be for me to stay in America and be able to work and make some money, be able to save up some money, so that way I can go back and we could actually do something. And so I did. I stayed and I worked my butt off and tried to do whatever I could, make some extra cash, and stash as much away with it as I can. So for like 6 months I was here, and she was there like with her family basically.
Wow.
Yeah, it was kind of tough. We were Skyping every day and phone calls, this and that. So I head over there with like 3 months left in the pregnancy, and like we just had Lily there, and we decided we're gonna try to get back to America.
To America.
Yeah, and she'll grow up there. And I didn't think I want to raise my daughter in Thailand.
Yeah.
For me, it's cool if I go and train and I can do that over there. I just felt like I didn't want to raise her over there. I felt more comfortable being here
In America.
Yeah. So yeah, we both decided to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
you're in. That means when you came back to America, that was LA for you or Austin?
Yeah, that was LA.
Yeah.
So I get back to LA, and then trying to make it there, having a tough time.
Oh.
That's when the Indonesia thing came up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's when we got that Indonesia
that whole
job.
situation came up.
So yeah, it was 2013 January. We went out to Indonesia.
Wow.
My daughter wasn't even a year old. She had her first birthday in Indonesia.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun times, man, out there. And then it was getting time for us to move on, and we ended up going back to Thailand for a few months.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed there to vacation a little bit and have a good time, spend some time with Anne's family.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we pretty much came back to America. It was around 2014.
2014. Gotcha.
Yeah, it was 2014 at this point. And the day I got back, or the following day from when I got back, my buddy calls me up and goes, "Hey, Alberto Crane needs a Muay Thai instructor." And Alberto's an ex-UFC fighter, very good jiu-jitsu guy, and he used to train Muay Thai with us. So I called him up. I was like, "Hey, heard you needed a Muay Thai dude. I'm looking for a place." He's like, "Yeah, dude, come on by." So I went by and talked to him and ended up working out where I was going to be the head coach there.
Wow.
And he's like, "Hey, we got this we're an affiliate of Bang Muay Thai. Do you know about it?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Yeah, I've heard it. Of course I've heard of Dwayne Ludwig."
Yeah.
I wasn't even aware that he had a whole system.
Yeah.
So kind of went over the curriculum. I got this DVD that we have the affiliates had that shows you kind of the core of the system, and I fell in love with it. I was like, "Man, this is it. This is like,
whoa.
This is what's missing for me, to progress as a martial artist and keep learning, keep growing." And I just completely fell in love with the system, and so I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm down. Let's do this. This Bang Muay Thai is this is pretty tight."
Yeah, yeah.
So and then I was teaching the system for a while, and it was kind of like I never, like, except for my traditional martial arts background, there was no, like, all the Muay Thai that we train and stuff, we never had a ranking system or nothing like that. So it was kind of weird to me at first having the ranking system. But man, I was training, I was having fun with the drills and the techniques. I was learning and growing as a coach and everything. And then it just kind of I took a trip to Denver to go train with Dwayne. And then once I got there, man, everything kind of made sense to me. You know what I mean? Like it all kind of came into place. Just watching him, how he lives his lifestyle and goes, how he teaches and everything. I was like, man, this makes sense. This is it, dude. Like, I feel like we're doing the right thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how you kind of fell into Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through Alberto's gym and working there, and then I got ranked up through the system, and just like everybody else, and man, it's good, man. It's something like people need, and we don't make it like a big thing about the colors and all this stuff, but I mean, it's not like the focus. You know what I mean? The focus is learning the art and being able to share the knowledge and pass it along.
Yeah, for sure. And that was the big thing for Megan and I. For me specifically, I can't speak on the behalf of Megan, but for me, like, coming from the background that I had and Megan's background, where she was training at Burt Camp in Oregon City, where she would do, I don't know if she told you, but they would have to do the Y crew every day after training. Like they do the four corners, everything, all that kind of jazz. And I've never done that before. Well,
yeah, dude, that's a little excessive for me.
That's great.
I mean, I love the Y crew. I love doing it, but I mean, if you're gonna, I don't know, it's not. The Thais don't do it that much. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really? No way.
Dude, like a lot of the camps, they'll just do it when they're fighting. That's it. They don't do it every day. I mean, yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. I didn't know that. But yeah, for me, for the Bang system, coming in with like knowing nothing about the bank system. I knew nothing about it. All I knew was that Dwayne was the head guy, and TJ was like, TJ Dillashaw is the guy who gone through a system, and he's like, this is the great, this is a great system.
Yeah.
But for me, the switching stances is the thing that really got me. It still gets me today. Like I can't say it got me. It still gets me. And throwing combinations from southpaw.
Yeah.
And it always just muddles me up. I'm good when I'm orthodox, and as soon as I go southpaw, I'm a beginner. All over again. But it's a good feeling.
Yeah, man. It was a great feeling for me. I felt like, man, now. I don't know why I never did this before.
Neither. Me too. Me too.
It doesn't. I don't. So yeah, just learning how to move in southpaw, and then just having to go through that beginning stages again of relearning kind of helped me as a coach too.
Yeah.
I have to break it down. I have to be able to do it to be able to show somebody how to do it.
Yeah. And a big thing for me is that movement going into southpaw, not like just movement and staying orthodox.
Right.
Like going like through the we did it yesterday. It was like a combination step through with the left, and then like pivoting
step cross
with the so we're actively going into southpaw, but we're still creating movement. We're still moving around, which I never did before. I usually just skip around instead of like moving and like fluidly around. You know what I mean?
No, I gotcha.
Yeah. So it all in that moment I was like, whoa, this is crazy. This is I'm moving in ways that I never thought I could, but it makes me feel brand new, which is a nice feeling.
Yeah. Now imagine like you when you're starting to learn how to fight in southpaw or move in southpaw, it's gonna feel totally weird. Oh yeah. You're not gonna your balance isn't there. It's like you're back to square one. But then imagine you master that, and then you can't never really master it, but
you get good at it,
and then now you're able to move, and then what is that kind of your opponent's kind of confused now too. Like a lot of times you'll see traditionally you'll see an orthodox fighter switch to southpaw when they hurt their leg or something, and then you're like, well, let's see how long that's gonna last.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not gonna last very long.
Yeah.
Just because you put the leg behind you now.
Someone eating leg kicks, and then all of a sudden they switch, and that's a big like.
That's like that to me says, I'm gonna fuck that leg up right now.
When someone does that, it's like your leg is so sore right now. You made that conscious decision to switch stances.
So I mean, but then if you're able to switch to southpaw and then keep putting pressure on your opponent and you're able to move, that kind of sends some signals,
Yeah, and that you can even see that in TJ's movement when he skips forward, but he stays he goes from orthodox to southpaw so like smoothly.
Smooth, yeah.
And I'm like, man, I wish I could do that, but right now it's baby steps. But even just to have,
we're not the same body type as him either.
Yeah, but it's more like the ability to move smoothly with it, and not have any stutter steps.
Right.
Obviously I can't move as fast as TJ.
Yeah, but that's through the quality reps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. And that's it. Let's just practicing, making sure that your jab hand now becomes your power hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I love that. I love that feeling. So we'll wrap this up real soon because I know it's we're getting in there. Moving forward with Bang, I know you're taking off to do some awesome things, and we've got some awesome things happening here at Bang Muay Thai. Mm-hmm. So I know you take off tomorrow. Actually, when this podcast comes out on Monday, he'll be already there. He'll be already. When do you come back?
I come back on Tuesday. So when this comes out, I'm in Denver right now.
Yeah. In spirit, you're here with us. Yeah. So you're going to Denver.
I'm in two places at once. Right
exactly.
Now.
And you're doing a seminar out there.
I was really lucky to have Dwayne ask me, like, hey coach, you want to teach a clinch seminar? And I was like, hell yeah, dude.
No way.
Yeah,
that's sick.
Yeah.
When I saw the promotion for that, I was like, whoa, that's awesome. That's sick.
I'm very, very fortunate, very lucky that he even asked me to do that. But I just was planning to head out to go train, and I always want to go back and learn more and just kind of grow, and I try to make it back at least a couple times a year to go see Dwayne. And we bring him out here. He was just in last week too.
Yeah,
he
that's
came
right.
Through.
Yeah. So good at I couldn't be there.
Yeah, man. Like I highly suggest everyone to make a trip down and just go check it out, you know.
Just and when I saw that come up, I was so gutted because I had to help the wife with the On It photo shoot.
Yeah.
But I saw the photos and I knew like everyone that was there was going to learn something awesome that day. And I was just so gutted I couldn't learn it.
And that's a cool thing about our sport too, is that like if you really love basketball and you want to go shoot some hoops with Michael Jordan, or have him even show you how to do a layup, good luck. You know, ain't gonna happen. But fuck, dude, you can go and train with Dwayne Ludwig. Yeah. And he'll open his doors to you, and he's the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, we tried it when we were in Albuquerque. We actually tried to go to train at Jackson's, Winkle John's. Yeah. But that's invite only. I didn't know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you get a tour of the gym. Like, wow. Yeah, you pay money to have a tour of like, this is where John Jones and Holly Holm train, but you don't train. It's like
they don't have classes for the public or anything.
It's invite only. So that was a little annoying because it would be cool to just be in there. But I love how Dwayne has that ability to just open doors. Yeah, it's like, you want to learn some shit? Yeah, come in. That's all good. I love that feeling. I love that no one's selfish with knowledge. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. Just if it's for everyone. Yeah. But it was funny. I actually watched. You
got to share the martial arts, man. Otherwise, it's not.
Yeah. Why
it's
not?
It's gonna go away. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is with any information. But it was funny when I was briefly watching a video clip on YouTube of Dwayne and his old camp. They were kind of going back and forth, and Dwayne was keeping so calm. I loved it. It was just, I just see it in his eyes. He's like, it's all good, it's okay.
Yeah, all talk. You could see who's the adult, who's the baby.
Oh, it was awesome. I loved it. And the other side was just mouthing off so hard, and I could just see TJ and Dwayne just keeping composed, like, it's all good. We're just sitting here. I love it. I loved it so much. It was great. But also for the future here at Bang Muay Thai in Austin, Texas, we've got, it's actually on the board right behind us. You can probably see that because it's a wide angle lens. Gaston Bolaños, is that how you say it?
Gaston Bolaños.
Bolaños.
Yeah, bringing him out August 12th. Yeah, man, I'm super excited to have him out. Lucky to have him as a on it athlete. Yeah. And they asked me like, hey, for the next seminar, who do you want to bring out? I was like, man, let's bring out Gaston. If he's got the time to come out, let's bring him out.
Oh, that guy's so sharp. He's so sharp. He comes from CSA too. Yeah. Coach K is the man.
He's the man, yeah.
Fuck.
Great gym. Learned a lot from Coach K too, man. Spent some time at the CSA coaches clinics. Just, man, learned a lot of stuff there. If you're a coach, I would definitely actively keep seeking information, grow. Yeah. And you got to check out the CSA coaches clinics for sure. Yeah, is he going to be here, Coach K as well? No, I don't think he'll be coming out. He told me, he told a lot of our guys, he's like, if you guys ever want to, because people ask him like, Coach K, can you come out do a seminar at our gym? And he just doesn't have the time to do it, and he's busy with his gym. He's told us if you need somebody to come out and teach you the CSA system or anything that we do here, Gaston is the dude for that.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, Gaston's been with Kyrian since he was a kid,
Oh, no way. Yeah. I knew that from the Joe Rogan podcast. He was on it just talking about that. I didn't really listen to it in depthly because I was doing the dishes or something like that. But that's awesome. I love his glory fights and his glory fights, and he's been in Bellator as well, and he's just so knowledgeable, and he's so sharp with just as you can see his pad work translating to the ring. Right. And I feel like that in itself is just very, very rare. Yeah. That it doesn't translate well from pad rounds
to actually what you're doing.
To actually what you're doing, and he does it spectacularly well. Yeah. But no, I'm very, very excited. How much? 75 for members?
It's 75, and it's open to the public. Yeah. Bang Muay Thai Austin members do get a discounted rate.
Oh, sick. Yeah. So there you go. It's at 75. You got to get in that pre-sale or $100 at the door. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. If you wait day of, it'll be a little bit more expensive.
If you wait till the end, man, you're paying $100.
We have our tickets available on Eventbrite, and they can just go in there, search Gaston Bolaños seminar, and it'll pop up.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome. But thank you, Alex.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me. Absolutely.
Taking us through a trip through memory lane for you. Yeah. No, I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you, dude.
All right.